Long ago, in the sun-drenched heart of Abdon, where rust-colored rooftops painted the skyline and Danfo buses coughed through narrow alleys, there lived a woman named Madam Arike. She was neither royalty nor politician, but in the dusty streets of Dugby Market, her name rang louder than that of any Oba. Her fame came not from wealth or beauty, but from her steaming pots of food, amala, bagiri, uidu, and peppery goat meat stew. Her buka stood at the corner beside an old kola tree, its wooden benches always arranged neatly like obedient school children. Her wrappers were always colorful, and her head tie towered high, wrapped like a queen's crown. To the ordinary eye, she was simply a successful food seller. But the story of her rise was not one of hard work alone, it was drenched in darkness, secrecy, and a touch of wickedness. When Arike started, her pots were clean and her stew flavorful, but customers barely noticed. Her food, though decent, was no different from the other buka women in the market. People passed her by in favor of Ayafola, whose fried meat crunched like plantain chips, or Mama Sade, who gave generous portions. Arike watched in envy as others flourished while her business crawled. Her envy grew into desperation. Every day, she begged Olajuma for favor, but her prayers yielded no results. Then, one evening, as the red sun dipped behind the cocoa house, she heard whispers of a powerful Babalawo who lived near a Lyle river. A man said to speak with spirits and command invisible forces. Without hesitation, she sought him out, carrying offerings, a live goat, 2 white doves, yam flour, and a gourd of palm wine. The old Babalawo sat before a fire, cowries clinking in his hands, eyes cloudy like someone who had stared too long at the spirit world. He listened quietly to Arike's tale and then nodded solemnly. "You want wealth?" he asked, voice low like thunder hiding in the clouds. "Then prepare yourself. You shall place this charm under your pot. It is called a Pajo Abiyam, the mother's curse. It will make your food irresistible. But be warned, it binds the spirit as well as the tongue. Customers will come, but they will not leave free." Arike agreed without blinking. She returned home and placed the charm beneath her biggest pot, the one she used for stew. That night, the pot bubbled though no fire burned beneath it. She heard voices in the smoke, and when she closed her eyes, she dreamed of faceless customers weeping as they ate from her spoon. The next morning, her food smelled different. Not just delicious, it was magnetic. A boy walking by dropped his goods and turned around, sniffing the air like a dog. A banker from Ring Road parked his car and sat on her bench without knowing why. People came in droves, asking for food they didn't even like. Her amala became more addictive than sugarcane. Years passed and Madam Arike grew richer. She bought a generator, painted her buka green and white, and added chairs with backrests. Yet, the darkness around her thickened. Her own family avoided her. Her apprentices disappeared mysteriously, never to be seen again. Some claimed she used them to renew the charm's power. One rainy day, a girl named Kmi arrived in Dugby. Slender, quiet, and carrying a raffia bag. She looked harmless. She sat at Arike's buka and ordered amala and uidu. But when she took the first swallow, she frowned not in disgust, but in sadness. She looked directly at Arike and said, "This food tastes of sorrow and forgotten names." The buka went silent. Madam Arike laughed nervously. "What nonsense are you saying, small girl?" But her hands trembled slightly. Kmi returned the next day and the next day and the next, always ordering, always eating slowly. Then on the 4th visit, she brought a calabash of river water and sprinkled it lightly near the pot when no one was watching. That night, the pot cracked loudly. The next morning, customers came as usual. But as they tasted the food, they spat it out. "What is this?" someone shouted. "It tastes like ashes and salt water." Another clutched his stomach and ran. Madam Arike stared in disbelief. Her charm was broken. She ran back to Alail only to find the Babalawo's hut empty. The trees around it had withered and ashes covered the ground. No trace of him remained. Madam Arike returned home and found her buka deserted. Her apprentices gone. Her stew pot cold. Kmi returned one last time, this time dressed in white. She revealed she was the daughter of a powerful YA with acute LIA with grave. A priestess who once warned Arike not to tamper with charms of control. The spirits had sent Kmi to free the souls enslaved by Arike's stew. No one knows where Madam Arike went. Some say she fled to a distant village near Arua, hiding in shame. Others believe she still roams Dugby Market at night, offering bowls of amulet to spirits and cursed souls. But the charm of Apajo Abiam was never seen again, till this day. Mothers in Abdon warn their children, be careful of food that smells too sweet. For even stew can hide sorrow. And if your tongue begins to crave without reason, remember the tale of Madam Arike, the woman whose pot fed the belly but imprisoned the soul. Moral: charm may bring success, but only truth sustains it. When food is used to bind the spirit, the pot shall one day crack.